frizzy hair. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Stop! Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So this video was another lucky Tommy Sotomayor find. This one featured Tommy talking to another gentleman about a pretty famous SNL character named Leslie Jones. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. I mean,
men too, and like I'm going to give y'all so much permission to fucking learn and advance to where we are as women. Like, we doing the work. Men are not doing the work, and I'm going to say it. Y'all not doing the work. And let me just say this too. Y'all don't know shit about pussy. It's one of your favorite things.
I'll pause right there. Go ahead. What work is she talking about? The work. I'm sick and tired of black folks talking about doing the work, and they never have to say anything. For black women supposedly to be the most educated women or the most educated group in the United States, which I proved it was untrue, and they had stopped saying that. You get no program to say it anymore. It's untrue. But they say they're the most educated. If they're the most educated, why can't they ever explain any stupid shit they say? Why do they speak in these affirmation terms but never in realization? Why is it that if they are so educated, why are black children the dumbest in the United States?
see, that was a lot in that first whole minute. We just had to let that play. But the backstory is she was apparently talking on the Breakfast Club, and this was Tommy Sotomayor, like I said, watching it with another gentleman, making his comments on it. What do you have to say off that first minute?
Okay, you know how I might have said this in one of your previous videos that black men tend to be quite accepting. Well, that's true. I mean, everybody has their limits, and for a lot of black guys or black men growing up, and you have some that's argumentative, but then you have some that's like, I'm not gonna argue with you. It's like, and you have, what should I say, the silent ones, the ones who move in silent. And then this whole doing the work and all this, here's the thing. It's like, I can almost guarantee you there was probably some guy in her life trying to motivate her and help her. In everybody's life, there is somebody who's playing a supportive role. I'll just put it to you like that way. It's somebody playing a supportive role, and that person is probably the unsung hero. That's the person who's playing that supportive role, helping you out, trying to, help you get to that next level, or, help you realize your potential, whether they're motivating you, mentally, or whether they're supporting you financially.
So you're saying you think she probably had some level of positive black male role model, and she's just not giving him credit? But maybe she's talking about, I think, and I guess I'll just play devil's advocate a little bit. She's probably talking about from like a dating perspective. But then again, we have to let the video play, because believe me, this video, please watch to the end. If you want to laugh, oh my God.
When black women are raising them single-handedly 76% of the time. So if black women are so smart, their children should be that much smarter. So that tells you something's wrong with them. They're some selfish idiots. So when you say black women are doing the work, what work? You mean taking $10 billion from Goldman Sachs in order to get y'all asses jobs? You mean going around begging everybody to find you attractive, begging for Travis Kelce to date y'all? What work are y'all doing when all y'all do is run middle management, and the white man gives you the job in middle management because he knows that nobody hates black men more than him, than you. You hate black men more than white men. That's why they put black women in middle management. Don't believe me? The majority of black men know if they go to a job interview today and it's a black woman behind the desk, they have a worse chance of getting the job than if it was a white man behind the desk.
Okay, tell him he lied. It looked like he was going to say something that he was lying.
Now, you know what? He might actually be touching something.
Oh, okay. What? You saying that maybe white men hired you and black women
were...
Well,
I'll put it to you this way. I haven't had too many job interviews where the person interviewing me was a black woman. But now that I'm thinking about it, some of the ones that I had that were interviewing me were black women. And it's like they just one job interview. For example, I used this scenario. I said, why reinvent the wheel? Because I was referring to a process that, I'm old school. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That means if it's working properly, why adjust it? And the woman just went completely, took my words and just totally ran with it. She was, oh, so you can't think outside the box. No, I didn't say that. We need somebody who could think outside the box. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, but I did have another interview and it went quite well. And she was also a black woman. So I won't give into his words per se.
I mean, maybe that's just his experience. But there's definitely more. I just wanted you to say something about that. But for me, I don't know. I guess in my own life, I've had white women, I've had white men, I've had black women, and the experience is generally the same. I mean, I either get it or I don't. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, we'll just play the video.
Tell me I lied. So when she say doing the work, what have black women done but beg? If you were doing the work, you wouldn't say black women the most disrespected. If you were doing the work, you would turn people on to what your natural hair looked like instead of got to spend billions on weave every damn year.
Well, I mean, in this one case, she does have her natural hair. I got to give her kudos for that. Although that's not always the case.
and sending Asian kids to school and say, oh, I just want to switch it up. The white woman do it too. The only time you claim what the white woman does is when it's something you want to repeat that she does. But then you want to say that she is cultural appropriating you. So why would you tell me the white woman wear weave as if that's supposed to justify you wearing weave? Now you want to, how are you going to be a queen and now you want to act like the peasant? Because black women are the most uncouth, manly ass women on earth. You would never hear another race of women get on a live show and say, don't know shit about pussy or they dick. How's she gonna talk about some we don't know if our dick work? Man, we know how dick to work. As soon as you come around, it go down. It stops when we see somebody look like you. Motherfucker, you look like a nigga I used to boost hubcaps with. That nigga was a crowbar. He was hell. You don't talk about something. I don't know if your dick work. Look at you. We got the worst representation of women on earth.
There's a lot of, no, I'm being very honest.
Right.
I've been hooking up and dudes' dicks are not working properly. Y'all just ate all that fucking McDonald's.
Go ahead, Tommy.
She said, yeah, I've been hooking up with dudes and dicks ain't working properly. Cause you look like a man. You ugly as shit. The only person that would find you attractive is Dwight Howard.
No, I don't get that joke right there. Who is Dwight Howard?
You can have all the money in the world, but if you, you'll find somebody that'll sleep with you. But if to be naturally turned on by somebody unattractive is.
So you're saying that Leslie Jones has been beat with an ugly stick, and so she's got no chance.
I won't say she's ugly, but I won't say she's attractive either. You can tell she's me. I don't go after big women. You can tell she's a big woman or whatnot. And then attraction also has to do with your words. I met a older woman from Britain. It almost sounded like she came from money or something because how she did her words compared to the Brits you see, the British people you see on television. She was like, she must have been in her 60s, and I was like, wow. I'm like, speak on.
Sometimes people do have a voice that just makes them pretty attractive. I think Tommy's right on this one. Like if guys are having issues multiple times over and over again, because if you're dealing with one guy who has an issue with his junk getting, erect or whatever, that's him. But if it's like multiple guys back to back having issues, it could be you, sweetheart.
Yes, if you're putting out and no guys are willing to put in, it's a problem. Okay, that's all I'm doing.
I mean, she's saying all this stuff, and it's like she's completely oblivious to the truth, which is, she did not hit the genetic lottery. Let's just be real. She just didn't.
Because her brain is thinking in the terms of guys. Guys are thinking, I got money, I can get any chick. Women, when y'all start thinking, I got money, I can get any guy, that's where you mess up.
She's probably getting guys because she does have money. And there's going to be a guy out there who's broke and who's going to be like, I'll do it. But then when he signs up, he doesn't realize that this is what it is. Just trying to get clout for himself too, like being seen with her, maybe bumping shoulders with the right people.
Because if you put somebody at her level, like another comedian at her level, you best believe that comedian is going to have him a bad chick.
Oh, you're saying like a male equivalent financially?
A male equivalent.
Oh, yeah, and he could look like freaking Fluffy from, Fluffy, the other male comedian. He could be fat and fluffy and still get, women who will be bad and willing to deal with them, but mainly because of the money. But there's a little bit left.
And all that shit, you ain't drinking water. You're not fucking taking care of yourself. And that's your dick. That's like one of your prized possessions. Mm-hmm. You go get your car checked. You won't get your dick checked.
Damn.
And then get mad at us when your dick don't work. Don't get mad at me. That's your department.
Dang.
That's your department.
That's real.
And this fool said that's real. He did not say, you ever thought you about the fact that you ugly as shit? You ever thought about that? That's been the first thing I'd have thought when a motherfucking mule done walked up talking about he can't get his dick hard. Well, probably because you a mule.
But the thing is, I only knew that when she smiled. But now that I've been seeing her talk, it's more like her bottom one is protruding out more. I always thought it was the top that was going like, but it's like the bottom is like. That's why I'm like,
this is terrible.
I'm sorry.
This is terrible. The fact that he said when a mule walks in the room, a mule. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's how you know that she's generally laughing. The snort comes out.
Oh god, this is hilarious. Like, I love it. Like, we need Tommy back on YouTube for stuff like this. This is what I'm talking about.
Blue pill. Let's listen to some more.
No. Like women
Go
sit up
get
there
your
talking
dick checked, and then go get your mind checked. Stop showing up to Tinder dates expecting me to solve your fucking dilemma. I show up for dick, and you throw me a Rubik's cube of your fucked up ass shit. Like, I don't know why your daddy don't love you.
I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of funny too to say that, but it's like, again, the vulgarity, the masculinity level, I get it. That's what makes her unattractive too.
Like, come on, it's Tinder. We all know what Tinder's for.
Yeah.
Tinder is basically, hey, how you doing?
Let's
go
bang.
upstairs. I've been catfished before, and when I was catfished, I was like, oh, you know what? I got the wrong room. Roy, sorry.
Yeah. Ooh, buddy, I don't even know what I would do.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind affects your dick. It affects your dick. It affects your dick. Do you think you're going to be walking around sad and depressed and your dick is just going to be out here wilding? No, it's not. It's sad like you.
Okay, what she says might have some truth to it, but most guys like to rise to the occasion. And if you can't give them that rise, then they don't see what's the point of the occasion. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if it happened one time, you could have been dealing with a guy with the ED, the erectile dysfunction or whatever. But like, if it's happening over and over again, honey, you just ain't cute. Like, something ain't working. Like, maybe when you take your pants down, maybe they smell something that ain't right. You never know.
You know what? Maybe she's using pictures from when she was maybe in her late teens, early 20s and stuff. It's like, oh, snap. And then I see her like,
yeah. And you know, she's just not cute. If she was skinny and younger, don't you think that it's just like the manliness of it? The fact that she's just so, like, I don't know. She's just so rough. It is like, you know, watching, she reminded him of somebody named Tracy Morgan. Let's see if we can insert that here.
So
Damn,
take care of your
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
It's trans Tracy Morgan. That's all it is. How many times did this grown woman say dick?
Yeah.
We have the most disgusting women on earth. Most black men that you hear rapping that cuss and stuff, and I said this when I started, and nobody believed me. When people talk about, when I said I cuss, I said, guess who I learned how to cuss from? My mama and my grandmama. It was a bunch of hoes in the house cussing. There was no man around. And the women talk disgustingly about women and sex all the time.
Okay, so he's saying he grew up in a household where the women literally talked about really disgusting, vulgar things right in front of everybody and the children. But I don't think that's every, you know, black household, obviously. I think he came from like a really rough home.
obviously, I've heard conversations that women had. I mean, it's something that you really shouldn't have. Maybe you should just kind of like have in the private of your room and make some of the conversations us guys have look like elementary.
Dick, pussy, nigga, hoe was what I would hear every day.
Damn.
And that was just what I was told before I went to school in the morning. This is how bad it is in a black house raised by a black woman. They are uncouth. When you look at her commercials with Leslie Jones, all her commercials, she was lusting after white men and they didn't want her. Every one of them. She was lusting after them and they were like, ugh. And she signed up for that.
I've seen those commercials like that. There was like an Allstate one where she was like in a car winking at a guy and talking about some, want my number, with her deep voice and everything. And the guy was like that. It was like a white guy.
That's so messed up.
I know. Well, anyways, guys, just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was funny as heck. You definitely leave us a comment, tell me what you think. Any final thoughts, my love?
This isn't all black women. If you are the type that get offended by it, more than likely you're the type that's what should I say, exhibiting that type of behavior.
This is getting long enough. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you so much, and we'll see you next time.